Hi, I'm Matt Collins. I'd like to welcome you to Bob Weber Auto Mart on Douglas Avenue here in Racine, across from Douglas Park. We specialize in 1-year-old, low mileage, almost new cars. And if you'd like to stop by and see them, or see them on our website, bobweberautomart.com, we could save you between $5,000 and $10,000 on your next almost new car purchase.
I'm Michael Burke, and this is Money Talks. Hi, today we're at the new Dessert Heaven in downtown Racine, 327 Main Street with V. Smith. V, I have to ask you about that name right up top. Do you want to say just one time in passing what your real first name is?
Vernetta.
Vernetta. And you just think that's hard for people to remember, so you shorten it to the initial
Definitely.
V? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When did you open this shop, by the way?
We opened about a month and a half ago, right the day before Party on the Pavement.
Oh, okay, so that was early October then.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you do okay at the Party on the
We
Pavement?
did really well. We did really good. We had a lot of people coming in wanting to see, what was here. Everybody's been waiting for us to open because we had a sign in the window, Bakery opening soon. So everybody was just, excited and just wanted to see. So yeah, definitely.
And your sort of lead product is Cake Pops, which we will certainly get to in just a little bit here. Why don't you tell, you were in the world of retail when that was sort of the genesis of this whole thing. Why don't you talk about who were you working for in the world of retail, and then how did that lead into the wedding planning that you also do?
Well, I've been in management since I got out of college. So I did management with Jones in New York. I did management with Blaine's Farm and Fleet. And my last final management job before I came to do this was Aldi's. So basically, I got married in 2010, and I planned my own wedding. I was always love weddings. I always wanted to be involved in weddings, and I really, really love doing it. So when we came back, I said, this is something that I really want to do. This is something that I really need to do because I got so many compliments on how it was planned. So what I did was I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it full time. So build a website, start advertising, did a couple jobs for people.
So just to be really clear, you started a wedding planning business of your own.
Yes.
And that still exists, right?
Yes.
And what's the name?
Very Special Events by V. Smith.
Okay. Okay. And so when you got into that field, what is there? Do you like doing wedding planning?
I love it. I love it.
What do you like about it?
Really, I like the brides. I like the people. I like the relationships that I build with the brides. Just planning, because you plan for over a year, so you're spending a lot of time with the person. You getting to know them, getting to know their love. So you really, really build friendships. So most of the brides that I've worked with, I'm still friends with them now. So
there must be. It can't be all sugar and honey, though. I mean, there must be some times when it's difficult.
Sure. Wrong color, wrong flowers, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. It's a lot of different personalities, of course, but it's worth it.
Yeah, great. So how did wedding planning take you then to Cake Pops?
Well, what happened was I was getting a lot of brides that wanted candy and dessert tables. Last 3 years it's been a booming thing for events. So I really couldn't find anybody in the area that did it. So one day my daughter said, why don't we do it? Why don't we just add it to the list of the things that we already do? So we said,
so it would be like on their checklist of things that they would request a table like that?
Yeah, they'll say, you know what, Vernetta, I seen this on a wedding show. I would love to have a candy table at my wedding, or I would love to have a dessert table instead of a big cake at my wedding.
Oh, okay.
And
instead of?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's full of dessert, so you don't need that cake. Honestly, some people do both. It just depends on the budget. But
right.
yeah, so we started doing that, and we had saw the cake pops before, and my daughter said we should try to make those, and I said we should. So we tried to make them. We made them, came out really good. We were even surprised because
Did you
they
find
were
like
delicious.
an online recipe or something? Or what?
No, they're all our recipes.
Oh.
We just made a cake. We had already knew how to make cake. We just knew that it's a cake, and then you crumble it up. So that's what we tried.
At this point in the process, why don't we just show you making one of these?
Sure. Hi, I'm going to show you how to make cake pops today. What I have here is balls already rolled, and this is how the cake should look when you crumble it up. And then what you do is you roll the balls by hand. You take regular lollipop sticks and you dip it in the chocolate, and then you dip it in the ball. And what you want to do is let that dry for about 10 minutes. Once it's dry, you take the stick, and then you take your chocolate and you just pretty much dunk it in the chocolate. Make sure you got it on all sides. Let the chocolate drip off a little bit, and then you go ahead and stick it in your stand. At that time, you want to put any decorations that you want to put. You want to put it on there now so it can dry. And then that's cake pop.
So you kind of invented your own recipe, and they were popular.
Very popular. My daughter actually started, what she did, she started selling them at school. We went and got her a cooler that looked like a purse.
I love this, by the way. She was in high school at the time?
Yes, she went to Case. She was a sophomore at Case. And so we got her a little purse. We put a cooler in the inside, like a little ice pack that goes for like canned pops. And we put it inside the cooler, and it kept the cake pops cold because obviously they chocolate, you want to keep them cold.
Yeah.
And she sold them around school. She sold them in class and everything, and they were a hit. They were a hit. So what we decided.
How many could she bring to school at one time?
She could fit 90 in the cooler. We started off with 40 because we didn't know. She started selling out of 40, moved up to 50. She just kept selling out. And after a while, we just started stuffing them in there. So we got about 90, 95 in there. So
how much was she selling them for?
She was selling them for $1.
And so I suppose the kids got to know that you just
yeah.
go to her and you get one of these.
We started adding flavors. People started requesting flavors, so it was fun for her. And obviously, she got a little money for it.
Yeah. Where were you making them?
We were making them at a commercial kitchen. We rented out a commercial kitchen, and we made them there.
And where else were you selling them at that time?
When Century was open, we started out at Century, and then we moved over to the Piggly Wiggly on Washington.
Mm-hmm.
They were carrying, and then after that we moved to Woodman's, the Kenosha store, and then the Oak Creek store. We were selling them. But now,
what period of time was this roughly?
all of this year and all of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So right when Century closed, so I think Century closed last year at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. So we moved out of there, moved to Piggly Wiggly, and then progressed throughout the year. We just kept getting bigger accounts.
Yeah. What made you want to actually have a retail site?
We wanted to be able to cook in our own space.
Hmm.
We wanted to be able to offer more things because we offer food as well. We are great cooks, and we love to cook on top of baking. So we wanted something where we could actually sell our bakery items, but also offer people our food that we cook.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell the little anecdote about finding this space? How you had your eye on the former Bear Coffee, which had sort of an infamous ending here in Racine.
Yeah, so I would drive past because I lived on the north side. My family lived on the south side, so I would take downtown to go see them. So we were looking for a spot. We wanted to have our own spot, and then I drove by and I saw Bear Coffee, and it seemed like it was closed. And I'm like, okay, they closed. Well, maybe it's for rent. I looked online. I looked for the owner. I couldn't find anything. And then one day I was driving by and I seen a little bitty sign that said for rent and a phone number. I literally did a U-turn in the middle of the street, jumped out of the car, took a picture, and called it immediately. So I was just so happy because I had been looking for it.
Uh-huh.
So I just felt like it was a perfect spot.
Yeah. The cake pops, again, sort of the lead item here, but certainly not the only item. How many flavors? How much do they cost?
We have about 25 flavors. We carry anywhere between 3 to 4 flavors a day. We try to change it up just so people can have a good idea of what we have. They're $1.50 each.
Mm-hmm. And people don't balk at that? That seems
No.
to be a A good market price for them?
It's a really, really good price because honestly, it's a low price because in more metro cities they're selling for $2, $2.50. So it's a really good price, I believe, for Racine. And you know, it's a novelty almost. You know, it's chocolate, it's cake dipped in chocolate on a stick.
Yeah.
You can't get that anywhere.
Are you worried though that this is just one of those fads that's going to kind of burn out like a comet and go away?
I don't think so because cupcakes came. It's the new cupcake. Cupcakes haven't went away, and cake pops aren't going to go away either.
Yeah. And what are some of the other foods that you offer?
As far as food, we do gourmet burgers, we do sandwiches, and we do salads. But what we really have that's different for Racine is our Soul Food Saturday. We do fried chicken, mixed greens, baked macaroni and cheese. You know, all type of soul foods. You can come in from 4 to 9 and have dinner with us, or you can carry it out.
And what hours are you open? What days and hours?
On Sunday we are closed. On Monday is from 7 to 2. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 6. Friday, because we have a fish fry, it's from 7 to 8, and then Saturday is 7 to 9. So those are more longer hours on the weekend.
Okay, well, check it out, Dessert Heaven. We've been talking with V. Smith. Thanks to Greg Shaver, our producer, and thanks for watching Money Talks.
Hi, I'm Matt Collins. I'd like to welcome you to Bob Weber Auto Mart on Douglas Avenue here in Racine, across from Douglas Park. We specialize in 1-year-old, low mileage, almost new cars. And if you'd like to stop by and see them, or see them on our website, bobweberautomart.com, we could save you between $5,000 and $10,000 on your next almost new car purchase.